Believable, my lovely, wonderful people. See what is happening even now. We are hearing now that when Emefiele's wife was kidnapped, money used for ransom was marked and suspect got caught. Ejiofor is the one revealing it. He said there was a time that Emefiele, his wife was kidnapped. And we say, really? Say yes. He said, so they marked all the money that, they used to pay the ransom, and those people were apprehended. My question is, when they were apprehended, what has been done? When it concerns government, there is a way they know how to quickly move. There is a way they know how to quickly ensure that they begin to do what they do because they want to protect their own. You get me now? They don't want anything to happen to their own. You see where I'm coming from? Yes. But if it's other people, they want to do every other thing to ensure that every other person is pushed to the wall. You get me now? So how do we change and ensure that all of these things are corrected? Emefiele's wife, okay, they mark the money and they were able to apprehend the people. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. Let's get all the details. Former Director of the Department of State Security Service, Mr. Mike Ejiofor, has addressed the issue of kidnapping, emphasizing the complexity surrounding the government's stand against paying ransom. In an interview with Vanguard, Ejiofor said, when the wife of the former central bank governor, Emefiele, was kidnapped, the money used to pay for her ransom, so even if Emefiele was the one kidnapped and they pay ransom, was marked, and it aided in the subsequent arrest of the suspect who kidnapped her. He suggested that an alternative approach could involve government supervision of ransom payment to gather vital information that will lead to the arrest of the criminals. However, Ejiofor acknowledged the challenges, noting that victims' families are often impatient due to the urgency of ensuring their loved ones are safe. He highlighted the difficulty of comprehending the government position against ransom until directly affecting recognizing the dilemma faced by those dealing with the traumatic experience of their loved ones being picked. In Ejiofor's word, when Emefiele's wife was kidnapped, money used to pay for her ransom to the suspects who were caught were all marked, and this aided to ensure that those who were collecting this ransom were caught. We know that people who have experienced this feel very impatient, but they should not allow themselves to be used because these people have nothing to offer. It is a shame that our government has not really preferred the real solution on how to go about solving this problem so that we can have security back on track in the nation. A lot of high-profile people, family members, have one time or the other been picked upon by these people. Look at what happened in Abuja recently when they go to the people's houses. These are some of the things that happens. Nigerians must become wise, and the government must put things in place to protect the people. So this is what is happening. You are hearing now that Emefiele's wife, one time, I never heard of that matter, that the wife of Emefiele, former central bank governor, it's because it's the central bank governor, that was how they were able to mark the money now. And we never heard that the people were apprehended, what happened to the people, what they did. We never heard it. We didn't hear it. In fact, we're just hearing the matter now that once upon a time, Godwin Emefiele's wife was picked by these evil people. We never knew. Or did you know? I didn't hear of it. These are the way they keep things in Nigeria, and the government will come out and announce to other people who are victims to say, your family members must not do this, must not do that. But this is Emefiele. When you want to count number 10 people in the country, that time or that year when they were the ones on board, yes, after the president, vice president, senate president, Senate, House of Representatives, and all that, by the time you do the countdown, Emefiele get position somewhere around there. Now, in wife too, now they pick, and we know hear of the matter. Nobody hear, and they kept it secrecy. They kept it in a secret colonium. And now that we are hearing it, they said they paid. Now, wow, God will help us in this country. Oh. God will help us. Things are not as transparent as you may think they are. You think that, things are going well and that everybody's not on the same book. Now you did the book. Nobody did that book with you. That's what's happening in Nigeria. You think that you're on the same page. Page what? Page less. So these are some of the things going on. Why Nigerians were thinking that, even the government officials were well protected. How did Emefiele's wife get picked? How? So you see, my people, now wow, God will help us. God will surely help us, because enough is enough. People's life, are in danger. A lot of things are happening. People cannot even go from point A to point B. I heard of a very sad story. A whole family who were living in the northern part of the country, they all went to see their grandpa in the southern part of the country. And on going back home, one of the bosses was kidnapped, and one of the sons died. They carried all the children and grandchildren and they went to see grandpa, but not everybody returned home. Now, I want to ask a question. Do you think, whether you like it or not, this country, there's a lot of secrecy, a lot of bad things going on, government officials hiding true situation of things from the people. So people don't even know what's happening. They don't know their left from their right. They are trying to navigate to understand who is right, who is wrong, what's happening. People are in their own house sleeping. Then somebody will come and start causing all forms of trouble and what have you, and just march everybody away. People that have how many daughters? We all know of that story. What happened? Even with security agents coming in, it did not show that there was the people were afraid. You see, and to scare the family, they killed one of the daughters. That's how insecure, how much insecure Nigeria is. That's how much of insecurity covering the nation. And so this country need prayer. I tell you, person want to go from point A to point B. You need to pray, because this thing, it tire everybody. Honestly, it tire everybody. We need to really rise up and ensure that things do not continue the way they are, and we need to speak against those who are aiding it. If there are religious leaders, government officials, they should be exposed so that everybody can live peacefully. We are tired of the same thing over and over again. Nonsense not tire you. It is what it is. Let's rise up and ensure that we do not allow this thing anymore. It's very difficult, but we will have to continue to speak. Leave us a comment. Don't forget to like us, share, subscribe. God bless. Have a fantastic and a lovely day. Bye for now.